Alright, hello guys. You guys there? Alright, well, let's go to my channel, see where the stream is, see if we're live. We should be live. Oh. There we go. Alright, there we go. Hello guys. Guys, you guys there? Alright, well, let's go to my channel, see where the stream is, see if we're live. We should be live. Oh. There we go. Alright, there we go. Hello guys. Guys, you guys there? Alright, well, let's go to my channel, see where the stream is, see if we're live. We should be live. Oh. There we go. Alright, there we go. Hello guys. Guys, you guys there? Alright, well, let's go to my channel, see where the stream is, see if we're live. We should be live. Oh. There we go. Okay, guys, now we gotta talk about something. Hello, guys. Guys, you guys there? Wait, what's going on with the stream here? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. My channel, see where the stream is, see if we're... Why is it looping? What? Okay, why is it looping? Live, we should be live. Oh. Keep looping. There you go. Okay, guys, now we gotta talk about something. Okay, guys, let's try again. Okay, I apologize. Let's try again, guys. The stream was a wreck. So I'm going to reload the stream and come right back. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. My channels. Alright, guys, let's close out the stream and come right back. Alright, guys, we're back after that messed up stream there. Okay, let's go back and see if it's working. Because it was looping, so now the stream is messed up. We're going to live. There we go. Alright, guys, we're back after that messed up stream there. Okay, let's go back and see if it's working. Because it was looping, so now the stream is messed up. We're going to live. There we go. Alright, guys, we're back after that messed up stream there. Okay. Hold on. I think I know why. Wait, guys. I think I know why. Because I was muting because I had the voice on there. Okay. I get why it's looping, guys. I'm going to close up one more time. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Hello. Alright, guys. Is the looping stopped? Well, let me turn my voice for a minute. Well, let me turn my voice for a minute. Alright, sounds good. Alright, today, guys, we're talking about the, so today we have a lot of things I really want to talk about here. So obviously this past, week, we had two big things going on in gaming. First, there was the Nintendo Direct, and there was the PlayStation State of Play. There's a few other things in this video that I really want to talk about, for whatever reason. So, well, first I want to talk about my channel. So I released a video, like 13 minutes long of where each film studio screens the movies to. Now, next week, I will have my least favorite movies of all time video out. My top 20 favorite movies is currently out. It's got about 50 views, so not too bad. It's a little less than I expected after the MCU ranking. Got 95 views, but I wouldn't say underperformed. It did pretty good, though. It wasn't quite what I expected. However, guys, it got a copyright claim, as you probably expected. See, because I showed all this movie footage, I got copyright claims galore. See, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wow, 13 of the 20 films, all except for 7 movies, got me a copyright claim on this video. Great. Yeah, my all-time favorite movie, Back to the Future, got a copyright. Showing trailer footage from a movie that's almost 40 years old gave me a copyright claim. Jurassic Park gave me a copyright claim. Spirited Away, even though the movie is 20 years old, gave me a copyright claim. And Jurassic Park 30 years old gave me a copyright claim. A trailer for a almost 35-year-old movie gave me a copyright claim. Hot Fuzz gave me a copyright claim. Scott Pilgrim gave me a copyright claim. And as you probably guessed, Baby Driver also gave me a copyright claim. Set on my favorite director, 3 trailers for my favorite director's movies. Gave me a copyright claim. Let's see what else did. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse gave me a copyright claim. Lego Movie gave me a copyright claim. Everything Ever All at Once gave me a copyright claim. Inception gave me... Wait, what does DNU stand for? What does DNU stand for? I don't know. And Top Gun Maverick and Mission Impossible Fallout footage gave me a copyright claim. I'm using footage from the trailers for a reason, because it's safer than showing the actual movie footage. If I show the actual movie footage, there's a chance I might... there's a chance that I might run into even more trouble. Well, I'm pretty sure I'll just get a copyright claim, but I won't show actual movie footage unless I'm making a movie analysis video, because I don't want to get in more trouble with the movie studios in case something happens. But even by using trailer footage, I got a copyright claim. This is stupid. Okay, let's see what the claim said. Okay, Universal Pictures, that makes sense. On behalf of Movie Clips Uni. Okay, Madman Vault, Australia. Huh. Wait, Australia? What the? I thought the movie was made in America. Okay. Yep, Paramount claimed that one. Even the... Well, wait. Yeah. I forgot Paramount still owns the first 4 Indiana Jones movies. They own the publishing to them. While Disney owns the IP, and they also released Dial of Destiny, which I haven't seen yet, but I heard it was pretty terrible. My Hot Fuzz. Yep. Universal claimed it. Scott Pilgrim, Universal claimed it. Across the Spider-Verse, Sony claimed it. Lego Movie, Warner Bros. Claimed it. Top Gun Maverick, Paramount claimed it. Same for Mission Impossible Fallout. Yep. Inception, whatever DNU stands for. Yep, Warner Bros. Claimed it. Everything Ever All at Once. This is an indie film. How could it get claimed like this? Yeah, A24 Vobel gave me a claim. I mean, it's an indie film. I don't know how it would give me a claim. Baby Driver. What does Kant Prot mean? Wait, it says LDS, Sony Pictures Movie and Shows. What does LDS stand for? I don't know. This is so weird. Ugh, this is so weird. Let's check the chat. Well, what happened? No impact made, though? Yeah. So that's the thing. My top 20 movies video gave me a copyright claim. I got 13 copyright claims, but none of them are no impact, thankfully. Now, wait, so they're saying, wait, hold on, what happened? So what happened? I talked about what happened with the stream. Well, if we're talking about what happened with the stream, what happened was, it was looping. I found out I had the volume on, so that's the thing. Also... Also what? I would have 2 tabs open for chats. Oh, fair point. Maybe I could pull it up on my phone later. I used to stream. Now at some points, I will get a second monitor, but I'm not sure... Well, I will get a second monitor at some point, but I'm not sure when. But obviously not right now, because I'm focusing on getting a new PC. But I don't think that's news, because I've talked about that all the time on Discord for the past 2 years now. It took me this long because I bought a PS5 last year. So, yeah. So, anyway, yeah. And it's not the only time. Now, my MC rigging also got copyright claims for the trailers. Yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming trailer gave me a copyright claim from Sony, and Lullaby from Black Widow. That trailer, whatever it is, I think, gave me a copyright claim from UMG. Wait, UMG? What does UMG stand for? It stands for Universal. I don't know how that makes sense because it's Disney. Disney owns Marvel Studios. They have for the past 15 years. Okay, Okay, now we got the copyright claim shenanigans out of the way. Now let's talk about... Now let's talk about what I actually came here to talk about, and that is the Nintendo Direct. Okay, let's pull up the Nintendo Direct and talk about that. Because that's what I want to get into today. Okay, Nintendo Direct. Let's talk about this because it's the main thing I'm trying to get into today. Let's talk about this whole thing and skim through the big stuff. Okay, start off with the intro thing. Okay, so here we have the first announcement. Splatoon 3 Side Order DLC. Splatoon 3 Side Order DLC. Now, I love Splatoon a lot, and I really enjoyed Splatoon 3 a lot. Well, I haven't played it that much since when it first came out. I played a good 5 or so hours of the multiplayer, and I beat the campaign. I haven't touched it since because I just focused on other games, but I remember back in the day, in 2015, 2016, I was addicted to Splatoon 1 on the Wii U, and I played it all the time back then. And then Splatoon 2 happened, and I played it nonstop as well for a good 3 or so years. I haven't played much of Splatoon 3 yet because I just haven't had time, but... Well, the multiplayer at least, so I haven't done any of the Splatfest besides the beta Splatfest that happened 2 weeks before the game came out. But I played through the campaign the whole way through, I beat it, and it was really fun. The best Splatoon campaign for the best Splatoon game. This side order expansion looks pretty insane, and really cool. It looks a lot better than the Octo expansion. I like the Octo expansion a lot, so I'm excited for it. And it looks like they're bringing back well, apparently, so the Octo expansion Splatoon 2 was based on was like a train system, and this looks like it's floors. Okay, floors. All right, this seems interesting. This is a side door expansion. Now I bought the Splatoon 2 DLC. I mean Splatoon 3 DLC. I haven't played the first wave yet, which is Inkopolis. I haven't played that wave yet. I'll still have to. This is a story expansion to Splatoon 3 that's just like the expansion called Side Order. It's coming in spring of 2024. It's a little further out than I was expecting because by then Splatoon 3 will be about a year and a half old. But hey, take your time, Nintendo. Take your time. I don't care how good it is if you take your time. But spring 2024, I'm excited for it. It looks pretty cool, and I will be definitely checking it out. The next thing, I was not expecting, but I was really wanting a Mario vs. Donkey Kong game on the Switch. As a kid, I remember I had a blue DSi, I still do, somewhere. And I played Mario vs. Donkey Kong Melee and Mayhem on it all the time. And I probably have a good 30 hours from it, from replaying the game over and over and over again, probably. I probably played it during both the normal mode and the extra mode that came after. I probably played both of those at least like 4 times, maybe 5 times, and have a good. I probably put tons of hours into the game. And I also played Minis on the Move on the 3DS. I don't think I ever finished it, but I remember playing it, and it was pretty fun. I've always wanted to play the original on the Game Boy Advance. Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2 and March the Minis, although I'm not sure if I can play that one because the DSi... Well, actually, I can probably emulate Minis on the Move. Minis on the Move. Minis March again. And there's also Tipping Stars that I've been wanting to play. But yeah, this is a full remake of Mario vs. Donkey Kong on the Game Boy Advance. It's a full remake of it. This is coming in February 2024. It looks pretty cool, and it looks to be a really nice remake that was well deserved. It looks pretty fun too. We got Mini Mario there. I wasn't expecting there to be a full remake. I was more expecting an original Mario vs. Donkey Kong, but hey, this is still pretty cool and definitely what the series needed after it being 7 years now since Tipping Stars. So yeah. And it looks pretty fun, and it looks a lot like the new Super Mario Bros. Games. It looks a lot like them, and in fact, the key there looks exactly like the keys from the new Super Mario Bros. Games, and probably what they're going to look like in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. This is coming February 16th of 2024. So, yeah. So, yeah, February 16th, 2024. So it looks like my February is going to be pretty busy with Persona 3 Portable on February 2nd. Then the 16th will be this. And then February 29th will be Final Fantasy VII Remake. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on February 29th. Though, we'll get to that one later in the stream. But yeah, here's the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake. Looks like a really fun puzzle game. Now here is an interesting one. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. This is a 2D side-scrolling Prince of Persia game. The first Prince of Persia game in like 10 years. I don't know. I've never played a Prince of Persia game before, but this one looks pretty good and really fun. Looks like it could be one of the best 2D platforming games in years. I won't buy this at launch probably, but I will definitely buy it during a Steam sale at some point in the future for sure. I mean, it looks pretty cool, and it seems like a pretty fun side-scrolling game. Though, I'm surprised that being before the Sands of Time remake, which has been a huge mystery now for the past 3 years. I mean, it was supposed to happen in 2021, and then but the game looked really bad, so they had to delay it indefinitely. So we don't know what's happening to that. But this looks like a good way to tie us over. It looks pretty fun. It's coming out January 18th. So of 2024. So yeah, that's pretty cool. With the Horizon Chase 2, I own Horizon Chase Turbo on PC. I never played it. This one looks really cool. I might have to get it at some point. Super Crazy Rhythm Castle. Say Spy X Anya. I think it's a Spy Family game. I haven't watched Spy Family or Spy X Family, however it's pronounced. I have not watched it yet, but I've been really wanting to. All right, here we go. Here's some more Mario RPG remake stuff. Now, this was already announced back in June. Obviously, this is coming November 17th, and will be Nintendo's big holiday game, even though it's a remake. And I'll be getting it for my 18th birthday a month later. But yeah, Super Mario RPG remake. This looks amazing, obviously. I like the new chibi style and stuff and everything. And it looks really cool. Now, this might surprise you, but this is not the only this is not the only Mario RPG that's getting a remake on the Switch, and you'll see what I mean very, 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 very soon. There's a huge announcement that was pretty insane, I'll tell you that. But yeah, Super Mario RPG Remake, this looks really cool. I love the art style here, and the chibi style, and our boy Gino's back! Yes, our boy Gino's here, after Sakurai treating him like crap, as he was sidelined in Smash Bros. By just being a Mii costume. Well, we wanted him to be an actual fighter, but hey, Gino's here, and he's back, and a well-deserved remake. I played this game a few years ago on the Wii U Virtual Console digitally, and it's a really great RPG, and I'm glad it's being brought back to the Switch in a new, really cute-looking graphical style. It's coming out November 17th. Let's see, another Code Recollection. I think this is some kind of... I don't know much about this game, but I know it's a remake of a game that was on like the DS and the Wii, and the second game on the Wii was Japan only, I think. I don't know much about this game, but it looks cool. I might buy it at some point. So, yeah. Alright, here got another big one. Princess Peach Showtime. Now, I think it's a sequel to Super Princess Peach on the DS. I never played that game, but I am excited for this one. It looks pretty cool, and I'm glad Peach is getting her well-deserved own adventure again after 18... Well, by this, it will have been 18 years since Super Princess Peach, which is how old I'm about to be in 3 months as well. Okay, but all that aside, this game looks really cool and really unique. It's a platform with Peach, which it's not the only time we've seen it, but it's the second time we've seen it. It looks pretty cool and really nice. Princess Peach Showtime is what it's called. And as you can see, Peach has different abilities and different outfits and stuff. Different outfits, different abilities, like that one, Sword Fighter Peach. This looks pretty fun. This is coming. You can pre-order it now in the eShop, obviously. This is coming March 22nd, 2024. Now, I do have something to say about this game. Breath of Peach Showtime. Now this would don't get me wrong. I'm very excited for this game, but I hope this isn't the only original Switch game coming in 2024. Now I know the Switch 2 is happening likely in late 2024. But here's one thing I will say. I'm very excited for this game. It looks really cool and really fun. I'm glad we're getting a new Peach game after, well, it will have been 18 years. So yeah, but all the other Nintendo games that have been announced so far are all ports or remakes. I hope hope it gets one more or at least one more original game with the Switch after this one before the new console. I hope a new Star Fox. I really want to see a new Star Fox game. I would flip if that happens. Star Fox Zero was the Star Fox Zero is an interesting game. I mean, it's fun. However, it's also not fun because it's very janky. But Nintendo's too lazy to make a new Star Fox. They need at least port Zero with better controls because Star Fox Zero is pretty janky. But all that aside, Breath of the Wild looks really fun. I like its style and its themes of this old this witch-looking thing taking over the land, and Peach gets her own adventure and stuff. Looks pretty nice. And then they had Saga Emerald Beyond. This is some kind of RPG. I've never played a Saga game, so I don't know what to say about this, but it looks cool. Let's see, Tomb Raider. This is the original trilogy remastered. I've been wanting to play the Tomb Raider games for a while, so I will definitely be getting this at some point. I own the Reboot trilogy from 2013, 2015, 2018 on, I have it on PC through Epic Games, but I have yet to play them. They've been on the backlog for a while. Detective Pikachu Return. This is a sequel to a 3DS game, Detective Pikachu. This has been development for a long time. I never played the first Detective Pikachu game, but I saw the movie and it was pretty good. I hope the movie gets a sequel as well now that we're having this game. This game looks pretty good. I might get it at some point, though I never played the first game. But like I said, I did watch the movie, so I know what it's gonna be like. The Detective Pikachu movie was surprisingly good. I remember being very excited for it back in 2018, 2019, but I wasn't gonna get my hopes up. And I saw it opening night, and I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was actually amazing, and I thought it was the best video game movie until the Mario movie happened. Alright, then we have this Trombone Champ game, Battle Crush, War Tales, Contra. I never played Contra, but it looks cool. Maybe I will get it at some point. Unicorn Overlord, whatever this is. Oh, here's another one. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Now, and by the way, this game was originally called Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon here in North America, but if you live outside North America, it was called Luigi's Mansion 2, so they changed the name worldwide to Luigi's Mansion 2. This also happened with Kirby's Return to Dreamland because outside of North America, it was Kirby's Wii Adventure, and they changed the name to Return to Dreamland Deluxe worldwide. Shin Megami Tensei 3 was called Lucifer's Call in Europe, and then when the remaster happened, it was called Nocturne worldwide. But all that aside, this is a remaster of Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. I don't know what this. I don't like to say about this because it's a remaster of a 10-year-old 3DS game, but regardless, I'm excited to re-experience the game again. I remember playing it on the 3DS back in the day. It's a pretty good game. I think it's the weakest of the Luigi's Mansion trilogy, but it's still really good and really fun, and I highly recommend it. So I'm glad to see it on the Switch. However, there is one gripe I have with this remaster, is that it's only Luigi's Mansion 2. Why not both? Why not Luigi's Mansion 1 as well? And the sad thing is that the remade Luigi's Mansion 1 on the 3DS a year and a half after the Switch came out, and my exact question is why? And not to mention that remake so poorly. So why was the point of even So something on the 3DS was stupid. They should. Luigi's Mansion 1, the remake on the 3DS, it should have been on the Switch. Because now I feel like it could have been to tie us over until Luigi's Mansion 3, which came a year later. But because it introduced Gooigi, that made it more fitting for it to be on the Switch, because Gooigi was the second main character in Luigi's Mansion 3. Regardless, this remaster looks really nice, and I'm excited to replay this game after being almost 10 years since I played it. I remember getting it for Christmas in 2013, and I remember playing it in like 2014. So I'm glad to see it back in action here. Alright, they talk about Nintendo Museum. There's going to be some kind of Nintendo Museum coming. It looks cool. And then it's just talk about Amiibo. Yep, they have some Zelda Amiibo with Zelda and Ganondorf Amiibo for Tears of the Kingdom. It's been a long time since I've bought and collected Amiibo. I haven't collected Amiibo in like 5 years. But yeah, and then they also have Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Amiibo with Noah and Mio. I kind of wish they had the other party members too. Where's Senna? Where's Lance? Something of the other two. Uni and Tyon. But Noah and Mio amiibos are cool. Then they had Sora amiibo in Community 2024. That's pretty cool. Then they had okay, don't get me wrong. I like the original F-Zero a lot. It's the only F-Zero game I've played, but I like it a lot. It's a pretty fun game. And I'm glad to see it here on the Switch. Well, it was already on the Switch or Switch Online, but now they're doing a Battle Royale F-Zero. Now, just like Tetris 99 and Pac-Man 99, well, Pac-Man 99 is shutting down soon, I think. But this looks pretty fun, and I will be checking it out. But my one big question is, where's our new F-Zero? Where's our new F-Zero? That's the thing. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited for us. I'm going to play F-Zero 99 online and hopefully be the last one standing. But where's our new F-Zero, Nintendo? Please. We haven't had a new F-Zero since 2004 with F-Zero GP Legend on the Game Boy Advance. And the reason why Nintendo has stated the reason why they haven't made new F-Zero is because they don't have enough ambition for it. Probably because of, Mario Kart exists and they even implemented F-Zero tracks into Mario Kart, and the Blue Falcon was in Mario Kart Wii, and then it was brought back in Mario Kart 8. I can't remember if it was in 7 or not. I don't know. But yeah, this looks fun. I will be playing it, but where's our new F-Zero? Wait, when's this releasing again? Yeah, special offer for Switch Online. Oh wait, it's already out. I'll have to try it very soon. And then they, and there's the SNES controller again that we've already seen. Bandle Tale, where this is, it's a League of Legends spin-off game. Song of Nunu. I've never played League of Legends, so I'm not familiar with these. WarioWare Move It. This looks pretty fun. Now, this is already announced already. This is a sequel to WarioWare Get Together. Now, WarioWare Get Together was about button control. This one's about motion controls with Joy-Cons. It looks pretty fun. I probably won't buy it at launch, but I will definitely get it sometime after. It looks really fun. I don't play with the Joy-Cons often because I hate the drift, but this game looks really fun, and I will be definitely checking out eventually. Don't know what else to say. Alright, then we had a game now. The next game was already announced 3 years ago. It was actually a Kickstarter game. It was crowdfunded. This is Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes. Now, this is a spiritual successor to the Suikoden games, which were RPGs from Konami on the PlayStation and the PlayStation 2 back in the day. Now, obviously, Konami has been dead for, since 2015. Their last big game was Metal Gear Solid 5. But, and because of that, we all, the Suikoden fanbase, and I'm pretty sure all Konami fanbases all lost hope in ever seeing new installments of all their franchises. Especially after Kojima moved on to Death Stranding. after Metal Gear Solid 5. And Silent Hills got canceled. Though I know that Silent Hill 2 is getting a remake, and Metal Gear Solid 3 is getting a remake, I think, as well. But all that aside, Suikoden, we didn't know what was going to happen to it, but now it's getting a spiritual successor. Now a prologue game that was a 2D side-scrolling action RPG, Eiyuden Chronicle Rising, released about a year to a year and a half ago. I played it, and it was pretty fun and pretty good. So I'm excited for this game. Looks like it could be one of the best indie RPGs in years. It looks looks amazing, and I love the HD 2D style. And this is coming April 23rd, 2024. Now, like I said, this game was already announced 3 years ago. It's been in development for a while, but now we know it's coming April 23rd, 2024. And I wanted to buy it because it's also going to Game Pass on day one. So I'll be playing it on PC Game Pass day one. Eastward Octopia DLC, whatever this is. Wargroove 2. I never played the first Wargroove, but it looks cool. Pave the Diver. Okay, here we got Mario Kart Deluxe Booster Course Wave 6. I still have yet to play. I own the Mario Kart Deluxe Booster Course Pass. I still have yet to play it. But the final expansion pack is coming sometime this holiday. The final wave is coming this holiday. Don't know when. And there was a new Among Us expansion. I haven't played Among Us in a long time. I mostly only play it like 3 times a year now. But I remember back in 2020, I played Among Us all the time in late 2020. Among Us was huge in 2020. But I'm glad we're getting a new Among Us expansion. I'll have to try it out on Game Pass soon. Then there was a small sizzle reel of Switch games that were this week to return. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which I pre-ordered. I'm excited for that. Getting it day one. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, WarioWare Move It, Super Mario RPG. Booster Course Pass Wave 6. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC Wave 1 just dropped. I played it the whole way through. Wave 1 of the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC is coming winter of 2023. Part 2 is the Indigo Disc. It's coming winter of 2023. The Teal Mask just dropped, and now the second DLC is coming in November, December. Another Code Red Collection, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Princess Peach Showtime, and Splatoon 3 Side Order, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, and okay, guys. First, I'm gonna check on this chat first, see how they're doing. I used to stream. Yep, this is hype. Yep, and it is a Anya game. I'm gonna be in so much debt. I agree, Alex. I'm also going to be in so much debt as well. I still remember when I was bankrupt when I first bought my PS5. Detective Pikachu Returns maybe for me the first was okay. Trumbo Champ is close. I'm getting to Wii Music 2, so I'll take this dub success and victory. This game looks cool. I may reverse my online subscription. Konami died when Hideo Kojima left. Yep. That's right, Alice. Konami did die when Kojima left. Kojima moved on to make Death Stranding, which is getting a sequel at some point, and Silent Hills got canceled, and yeah. Well, Konami's been back in action now with the Metal Gear Solid and Silent Hills remakes. And they've also done remaster collections since, but yeah, Konami did die when Kojima left, indeed. Okay, guys. Now we gotta get into the whole reason I wanted to do this stream. The whole reason I wanted to do this stream was for this one game here that you're about to see in let's see how many seconds. This is the reason why I wanted to make this stream was to rant about not rant actually praise this. You see this book here? It's Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door remade on Switch! Yes! I didn't think I would ever see the day that this would ever happen. I absolutely adore this game, and it holds a special place in my heart. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and one of my favorite games ever made by Nintendo, period. This game means so much to me, just like the whole Mario brand. And it's one of if not my favorite game on the GameCube. Heck, my favorite Nintendo RPG that isn't a Xenoblade game. Period. Like, this game is such a masterpiece and a brilliant game with amazing and fun gameplay, a compelling story, amazing partners, and the graphics look insane. See, this is not a remaster. This is a full remake in the Origami King engine. Like, holy crap, this is insane. I didn't think Nintendo would ever do this after they've put the RPG formula of Paper Mario to the side. Like, holy crap, guys, this is huge. And here's the thing, fans were asking for this since the Wii U days, and we thought it was never going to happen. A bunch of YouTubers made videos on why a Zelda remake should happen. Now it was leaked a few years ago, but this was one of, if not the most requested Switch game to be remade ever. Like, ever. This game is a huge deal. I love this game. You love this game if you've played it. If you haven't played it, now's your time. This game was nearly impossible to play for a long time. Not because the game was hard or anything, because it's fairly balanced. The game is fairly easy and also fairly balanced as well. But it was hard to play, not because the game was hard or anything, but because it was super expensive on Amazon. In 2020, when COVID hit, prices of the game on Amazon skyrocketed to about $120. So the only way to play this game without paying that expensive price was emulating it. Now you can finally play it remade with beautiful HD graphics, and they're in the Origami King engine on the Switch. This is awesome. This game is a masterpiece that needs to be enjoyed on every level. I love this game so much, and if you played it, you probably do too. This is insane. Now, I did not flip when this got announced, but that's because I was in school. I was sitting there at a computer in class, but I had to pay attention in class to my teacher when he was going over electricity stuff with computers. My cybersecurity class, but I remember skimming through, and in my heart, I was going insane internally when I was in class. And then when I got on the bus to watch the trailer, I was mind blown. Like, holy crap. Okay, this looks huge. This is huge. This is one of the most beloved games ever made by Nintendo, and many consider this not only the best Paper Mario game, but one of the best RPGs and games of all time. When someone's talking about the best GameCube games, the best RPGs ever, or the best things with Mario in it ever, they'll probably mention this game as one of the first things. And I can see why. This game is a masterpiece with amazing settings, amazing characters, an amazing story, with interesting themes, and I liked it. It's more darker tone and everything. And everything, and looks pretty insane. Now we don't know when this is happening, but it's happening sometime in 2024. I assume summer 2024 because the game's 20th anniversary is in July of 2024. As the game originally released in Japan in July of 2024 before being localized in October of that year. But yeah, that is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door Remake. It's remade on the Switch with Origami King engine, and you can finally experience it without having to pay expensive prices on Amazon or emulating it. So yeah, that's a pretty big deal. That's the whole reason why I wanted to make this stream in the first place. I'm so sad. PT was such a good teaser. I never got to play PT, but I heard it was good. I was watching Nintendo Direct during English. Cool. I was watching it during cybersecurity class at technical school, and even though I couldn't flip, but internally I was going insane, because I absolutely adore this game, and 1,000 out of 10. True. Now, if I'm being honest, this actual Direct was kind of There wasn't really there wasn't really too much noteworthy besides the 4 games that were announced and the new information about games that were already announced. There wasn't really too much. but Paper Mario Thousand Year Door really turned it around. I was mind blown. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Yeah. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, now I want to talk about the other thing I wanted to go over. I wanted to talk about the state of play, September 2023. There we go. The second thing I wanted to talk about was the state of play of 2023. This is the second thing that I wanted to make this video for. Now, the Nintendo Direct was okay. It didn't really have that much stuff besides the 4 games announced and information and about DLC and F-Zero 99, which was cool. But then at the end of the day, we got this the same day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. This premiere. This Direct was pretty bad, if I'm being honest. The state of play was pretty bad, if I'm being honest. It was super boring, and there was really nothing besides 3 things that we'll talk about. Well, technically 4 because there was VR games too. Like first, let's talk about this game. It looks like some walking sim. Looks super boring. Baby Step looks so weird, super boring. Like, what kind of game is that? Then it showed off some VR games. Like, it showed off some Ghostbusters VR game. Yeah, it looks really cool, and I wish I could play it, but too bad I don't have a PSVR 2. Well, actually, if it's on Quest 2, then I could probably play it there, because I have a Quest 2, and I want to get the Quest 3 when it comes out soon. I'm starting to lose my voice because of how insane I went over my 1,000-year door thoughts. But yeah, it looks pretty cool and really fun. I like Ghostbusters a lot, so I will be checking this out when I get a chance. It's that Ghostbusters 4 got delayed to March of 2024, but hey, we got this cool VR game to tie us over. Let's see. Next we'll have Resident Evil 4 remake in VR. Now, I never played a Resident Evil game, but I've been wanting to for a long time. So, they look like some pretty great and really fun games, and it looks really cool to see this in VR. Though I'm surprised they haven't announced a Resident Evil 7 VR, PSVR 2 version. But here we have Resident Evil 4 remake on PSVR 2 finally happening in late 2023. It looks pretty cool. I will definitely have to play the Resident Evil games at some point. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, and they also announced the Resident Evil 4 remake multiplayer mode or something that they usually have with Resident Evil, I believe. Like, the Mercenaries free update September 21st, 2023. Okay, and then they showed off Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Now, this is an open-world action-adventure Avatar game from Ubisoft, who also made a licensed Avatar game that was a tie-in for the movie back in 2009. Now, this shouldn't be a surprise, but to any of you, but you already know that. You probably already know this, but Avatar is the highest-grossing movie ever made, and its sequel, The Way of Water, is the 3rd highest-grossing movie ever made, with second being Avengers: Endgame. They're good movies, but they're not really that much special. I mean, they're groundbreaking, but the story and characters are nothing really special, and both movies are pretty forgettable. I mean, they're worth a watch. They're worth watching. They're worth watching one time, but they don't have that much rewatch value. Except for when they get re-released, or something. Well, the first Avatar had a remaster, last year before The Way of Water. But anyway, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. This game looks pretty fun. Looks like a really good open-world action-adventure game. I might buy it at some point during a sale, though I also kind of need to see reviews first. This is made by Ubisoft, obviously, as I already said. This is coming December 7th of 2023, so it's around Avatar month, pretty much, as both Avatar movies were released in the month of December of their respective years. 12 days before my birthday, 12 days before I turn 18. I was gonna see last year after The Way of Water released 3 days before my birthday. I was gonna see it for my 17th birthday, but Dad wanted to wait until it streamed on Disney Plus and Max, so I watched it on Disney Plus. Once again, good movie, but nothing really special. But this game looks pretty good. I probably like it even more than the movies. This game looks pretty fun. It's an open world game. You have a universe, and you hunt down the RDA. They showed off this thing here. The thing with Avatar, the Way of Water. I mean not Way of Water. Frontiers of Pandora is already announced like 2 years ago, so it's nothing really new. But this state of play was pretty boring. There was not really that much, really. Yeah, this has Ghost Runner 2. Ghost Runner 2 looks cool, and I never played the first game, but Ghost Runner 2 looks pretty cool. Then they showed off new DualSense colors. They showed off new DualSense colors and a blue PS5, although you could also buy controller faceplates and console faceplates as well. Though I'm sticking with my regular white PS5 white controller. There's also a multiplayer game, Helldivers 2. This game looks interesting. However, the gameplay doesn't. I need to see more gameplay first to see if it will really hook me. I need to see more gameplay first. I mean, it looks like it could be fun, but I need to see more first to decide if Helldivers 2 is going to be worth it or not. This is coming at PS5 PC in February of 2024. It's a multiplayer game. It's equal to a game from like 10 years ago, maybe? I don't know. Alright, so I said that this Direct really only had about 3 things that were really notable. Well, the VR games were notable, but VR is more of its own entity. Helldivers looks cool, but we need to see more first to decide if it's really going to be a good game or not, and because it looks like it could be fun, but it also looked kind of boring from the trailer as well. And Avatar Frontiers or it could be good, but the Avatar game was already announced 2 years ago. Alright, then we had Spider-Man 2 gameplay. Now I am very excited for this game. I love Spider-Man and Marvel Comics as a whole, but you guys already know that, even though I've kind of lost interest in the MCU because it's been super disappointing. But Spider-Man 2 looks awesome. This game looks insane. I played the first Spider-Man game when it released, and also played its DLC, and I also played the Miles Morales game, and I loved them. They were both really fun games, and with amazing characters and story, and no, it's not my favorite iteration of Spider-Man, but it is pretty close. And but this game looked insane. Looked even better than the first game, and it introduces some new villains like Venom and Kraven, that didn't appear in the first game. They've got new villains here, and you get to play as both Peter and Miles as Spider-Man. I kind of wish they would bring Gwen Stacy in the mix, but it seems like more of a Spider-Man 3 thing. This looks really fun, and I am excited for it. And the gameplay here makes it look even better and everything. And all Peter Miles' new abilities look really cool. This game is coming October 20th. The same day as Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Now, I prefer Mario to Spider-Man, so I'm going to be getting Wonder first and focusing on Super Mario Bros. Wonder first. I'm going to wait until Christmas for Spider-Man 2. But regardless, I am very excited for this game. The gameplay showed off here looks pretty insane and everything. Alright, then they have this next thing that I was not expecting. I was not expecting this at all. Tales of Arise is getting DLC. Now the game's producer confirmed about like 2 years ago when the game came out that there wasn't going to be a sequel or any DLC, and that makes sense. I mean the ending the game had a perfect ending that felt like the story was complete. There wasn't really any need for a sequel or any kind of story DLC. But here it looks like we're getting a DLC with a new character. This is called Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn. This is story DLC coming November 9th. I was not expecting us to get DLC, especially after the game being 2 years old. But regardless, I'm excited for this DLC. The new character looks cool. The story looks to be interesting again. I really loved Tales of Rise a lot when I played it when it released, and it's definitely in my top 10 games of all time. And for about 3 months, it was my favorite game of all time. That's probably because of recency bias. It was my favorite game of all time for 3 months. That's probably because of recency bias, because I had just finished the game and I didn't think about how amazing it was. I mean, the game's a masterpiece. The game is a masterpiece, but it is my top 10 games of all time. But I don't know why it was my favorite game ever for 3 months. But it was quickly surpassed by Persona 5 Royal, and then a year later I played Persona 3, which is getting a remake in February. Alright, then they showed off this weird Splatoon knockoff game that I forgot exists. Like Foam Stars. I couldn't care less about. Looks kind of boring. It looks kind of lame. It's this Foam Stars game. Then this lady was talking. Okay, now this announcement was where things really picked up. Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door turned the Nintendo Direct around. This announcement earned the State of Play around. You're about to see it. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This is a sequel to Final Fantasy VII Remake, which released on the PS4 in 2020, and then a year later it had a remaster on PS5 and PC that had the Yuffie DLC. This is a sequel to that, and it's set right after the Yuffie DLC. It is a direct sequel, as being confirmed that the game the FF7 remake is turned into a trilogy. They're turning it into a trilogy. This will be the second game of the trilogy. I think this is covering I think part 2 will be covering the story up to the end of Disc 1 of the original game, because FF7 Remake was only the Midgar section expanded into a full 30-hour game. This is a expansion. Well, no, not expansion. It is a. I think this one they're covering the parts when Cloud and his crew leave Midgard. I mean, not Midgard. Midgar. Up to the Temple of the Ancients when Sephiroth kills Aerith. I think that ended it to there, and I think part 3 is gonna focus on disc 2 of the original game, up until the end with the Northern Crater. And this looks pretty cool. I wonder how different the story's gonna be this time. I wonder how different the story's gonna be. What Aerith lived this time. And it looks like Yuffie will be a main party member. Well, she was a main party member in the original. However, she was an optional character, so you can go the whole game without her, but the story will be better if you get Yuffie, obviously, as well as Vincent. I think Vincent will also be in this game as well. And then, now, this is called FF7 Rebirth. The first game was FF7 Remake. I think the third game is going to be called Final Fantasy VII Revenge, when Cloud takes on Sephiroth finally. They also made a remake of Crisis Core. I have yet to play it, but I'll buy it I will buy it during a Steam sale, probably during the winter sale. But regardless, this game looks pretty amazing. It looks like it could be a great continuation of 7 Remake. I loved 7 Remake a lot. I prefer original Final Fantasy 7, which still remains my favorite Final Fantasy game. But after this remake trilogy is complete, I will probably prefer the whole trilogy to the original FF7. This is coming on. This game is releasing on Leap Year Day. Yes, February 29th of 2024. For some reason, it's on 2 discs. Why is it on 2 discs? Now, Final Fantasy VII Remake, well, the PS4 version was on 2 discs, but that's because it was 100 gigabytes, and the PS4, most PS4 games can only be up to 50 gigabytes on 1 disc. So the game was on 2 discs on PS4, and then a year later, when the PS5 version happened, it was 1 disc. So I don't get why this is on 2 discs. I think it's the only multi-disc PS5 game, because all the other PS5 games, you see PS4 games are on regular Blu-rays, and so are the PS3. Well, PS1 used CDs, and PS2 games were on DVDs. PS3 and PS4 were regular Blu-ray. PS5 games are 4K Ultra HD Blu-rays. So they're able to store way more data than the regular Blu-rays can. So I don't see why this is on 2 discs. But regardless, I'm very excited about this game. I adore the Final Fantasy franchise a lot. It is one of my favorite game series of all time. I'm not sure yet, though, if I'm going to buy this at launch or not, though, because it's happening at a busy time for me gaming-wise, because Persona 3 Reload and Mario vs. Donkey Kong Remake. Now, the thing is, this has a shorter exclusivity window, as FF7 Rebirth is only exclusive. Well, you see, FF7 Remake was time exclusive for a year and a half. It went to PC a little over a year and a half after release. PlayStation got exclusivity for a year and a half. It's still not on Xbox yet for some reason. I don't know why it's not on Xbox yet. I'm surprised they haven't put it on the Xbox Series S and X yet. And then Final Fantasy 16, which came out this past June, I played it on the PS5 not too long ago. FF16, it can go to PC after 6 months, which means that it can go to PC by Christmas time. And then, But FF16 can't go to Xbox until June of 2024. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth can go to PC and Xbox 3 months after release. By then, I assume the PC version is gonna come in at the end of May of 2024. So I'm probably gonna pre-order the PC version and play it then. So yeah, well, I mean, I have a PS5. I'd rather play it on PC because I have several other Final Fantasy games on there. Well, besides a very Final Fantasy game from 7 onwards, except 7 Remake and 16 because I played those on PS5. This state of play was pretty boring, but those 3 big announcements saved it for me. Well, or at least carried it. 95% of these games will be delayed because of Unity, and that is true. Correction, 40%. Oh, yeah. That is right. Okay. What am I gonna talk about next? What am I gonna talk about next? Okay, I don't know why I'm coughing a lot. Well, probably because I've lost my voice after talking so much. And because I went insane over 1,000 Year Door Remake. Alright, let's look at what I'm going to talk about next. Let me think for a minute. What am I going to talk about? Talk about Peaches. Peaches, 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 I love you. Do I have a good Bowser impression? Peaches. You. Alright, Oh, I got an idea for what I'm going to talk about. Let's talk about The Creator. This is a sci-fi movie from Gareth Edwards, the director of Godzilla 2014 and Rogue One, and it even looks like it even looks like a Star Wars movie. It looks like the sequel trilogy, but actually good. This movie looks insane, and as John David Washington as the main role, he in the main role, I think, and I know Ken Watanabe is in this movie. This is a sci-fi movie. It's a sci-fi action thriller starring John David Washington. Looks a lot like Star Wars, and it looks like the sequel trilogy, but actually good. This movie looks insane, and I'm very excited for it. This is coming September 29th. Now I'm gonna be out of state that weekend doing stuff, but I will be probably. Well, I'm definitely seeing this movie in theaters. I'm probably gonna see the second weekend, probably October 7th. This movie looks really cool. It looks like it could be one of the best sci-fi movies in years. I think the premise is like the guy played by John David Washington, whoever his character is named. I take down this robot named the Creator, who's trying to like destroy the universe. It looks really cool, and I am excited about it a lot. September 29th, yep. It looks very interesting and unique. It could be also one of the most unique sci-fi movies ever. The visual looks insane. This looks to be the perfect cinema experience for a sci-fi movie. And Dune Part 2 got... you guys probably know this by now, but Dune Part 2 got delayed from November to March of 2024 due to the Hollywood strikes. So, yeah. But, which is sad because I'm very excited for Dune Part 2. I love the first Dune a lot, so I'm excited for Part 2. But with it being delayed, this looks to be the perfect sci-fi movie of 2023 now that Dune Part 2 is delayed. Alright, 2 are watching now, okay. Alright, so there's that. So I just want to talk about that briefly. Let's see how long I've been streaming for. I've been streaming now for an hour. Okay. An hour. What else am I going to talk about? I was going to talk about the Hollywood strikes, but... Well, actually, I could talk about the Hollywood strikes and how they've been affecting the film industry. Hollywood strikes. Let's talk about this for a minute and see how it's been affecting the film industry. There's still no end in sight for the Hollywood strikes. The Actors Union hasn't heard from the studio since members went on strike nearly 2 months ago. Well, actually, there's been 2 strikes. There was the Writers Guild of America and the SAG-AFTRA, whatever that stands for. What does SAG-AFTRA stand for? I keep forgetting. SAG-AFTRA. Oh, it's Screen Actors Guild and American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. Okay. So, Writers Guild of America and Screen Actors Guild and American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. There's been strikes going on with them now. Well, WGA has their strikes have been going on since May, so since the beginning of May, so about 2.5 months now. And then SAG-AFTRA went on strike in July, in the middle of July, and a lot of movies have been affecting this strike. Let's see. Let's look at negotiations. Hmm. Let's see. So in an interview in August, Drescher said she had no idea when the fight would be resolved, adding that her leadership team members ready to hunker down. I don't have a crystal ball, she said. We have financially prepared ourselves for the next 6 months. And a lot of movies have been affected by this. Like I can see your Gladiator 2 and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2, Stranger Things. Yeah. So there's that. Wait, I forgot what the causes of the strikes were. Let's look at what the causes were. Talk about how they could be resolved. Oh, okay, so it's their issues of fair compensation and protection from the erosion of artificial intelligence. Yeah. AI has been implemented in the movies. In fact, Secret Invasion, the intro, I think the outro too, was AI generated, and that's a big problem. AI implemented in the movies is stupid. Why is AI in movies? So this is why they went on strike, because of AI. They want to limit AI usage in movies. Well, actually, AI shouldn't be used in movies at all, period. AI in movies is completely stupid. Why? We don't need AI in movies. Now, I hope that these strikes end by end of November. Here's the thing. I think the strikes end by end of November. The 2024 movies can still hit their planned release dates. So the Hollywood writers wanted increased pay. Fair enough. They weren't getting paid enough. They wanted requirements for staffs. Assurance on AI. And popular ways supporting the strike, yep, like actors like Tom Cruise and Angelina Jolie, Meryl Streep, Johnny Depp, as you can see here. Back to movies and shows. Well, they've been putting production on hold. Like Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2, filming went on hold in back in July, right after Part 1 came out because of the strike, and they were filming in the UK. So they were filming in the UK. I'm assuming the movie will be mainly set in the UK, as Fallout was in Paris and Dead Reckoning Part 1 was in Rome. Well, not the whole movie was in Rome. Part of it was in Venice, and part of it was in parts outside of France. Like the ending of Dead Reckoning Part 1 when Cruz fights Gabriel on the train and drives the motorcycle off the cliff, that was in Norway. Yep, and high-profile projects in production, like Deadpool 3, that went on hold. Gladiator 2 went on hold. Economic impact there, so there's that. The chat is dead. Guys, the chat is dead. Now let's check the chat. Okay. Why the Hollywood strike matters to all of us. So, look at this article here. Yeah, I wanted to talk briefly about the strikes and what they're going and the cause of them. Because the strikes have been going on now for months now. I'm hoping they end by end of October or November. Heck, even this month. If these if things don't get if things don't get resolved, then these writers and actors could get fired. That's why it's a pretty big deal. And AI and stuff really put an impact on the Hollywood strikes. So look here at the Wikipedia article for the strikes. Hollywood labor disputes. So yeah, first there was the WGA. So apparently it's caused toward lack of agreement between a new agreement between the WGA and the AMPTP, which is Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. So that makes sense. There was lack of agreement. Poor compensation for writers via residuals with the advent of streaming. Huh. Streaming services affected that? Huh. What they want out of it is increased funding and job security for writers, which makes sense. Increase the size of writers' room, makes sense. Limit the use of artificial intelligence in the writer's process. So let's look at the current news. So let's look at the news that the NPC said they met the previously and agreed to restart negotiate the following week. Okay, negotiations are finally happening. Let's go! Negotiations are finally happening with the writer's strike. Yes. Now we need all the writers to agree, so that way they can meet their goals here. Because I know in August they like sent letters to the movie studios. I think I'm not sure. So yeah, there's that. And for SAG-AFTRA, it was. Okay, so the SAG-AFTRA strike that happened on July 14th of 2023, 2 days after Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 came out, fun fact, and a week before Barbenheimer, which was a huge hit over the summer. The problem was caused by a lack of agreement on a new contract between SAG-AFTRA and AMPTP, so same thing as WGA. They couldn't agree with the AMPTP. Disagreement over streaming residuals again, and regulation of self-tape auditions. Okay. Studio usage of AI to scan actors and everything. Yep, AI in movies. Yep, that stuff is stupid. Get rid of AI in movies and shows. Okay, so the goals are a ratification of a labor contract, which makes sense because once again, these writers and actors are on strike. If these writers and actors can't make a new deal with the if these writers and actors can't make a new deal with the with WGA and SAG-AFTRA, they could get fired. Alright, so you want residual formula. I don't know how streaming affected the industry though. So the streaming services were doing fine. Greater regulation of self-tape editions, preventing AI. Yep, we know. Work stoppage, picketing, unfair labor practice charges. Now these aren't the only Hollywood strikes that have ever happened. There's been other Hollywood strikes that passed. Like I think there was a Hollywood strike last in like 2007, I believe. Wow, and probably strike is going to heavily affect HBO's 2024 season, which makes sense. And a lot of productions have been impacted by these strikes. Dune Part 2, Dead Reckoning Part 2, Gladiator 2, Deadpool 3. And Lucasfilm Animation shut down their Singapore operations. So yeah, there is that. I have a proposition. I know how to make chat alive. Thank you, Mario Master. Because you're the only one watching now. I was wondering where Alex went. And by the way, I actually know. I actually know Alex. I actually know Alex. IRL, by the way, from school. All right, what else am I going to talk about? So I don't know if I have anything else to talk about. So I wanted to talk briefly about the strikes, and I wanted to talk about the all the new gaming news and stuff about the creator. Um. Hmm. Oh yeah, I know. Let's talk about to finish things off. Let's talk about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. We had a trailer for this movie, and it looks pretty bad. If I'm being honest, it looks like it could be a pretty bad. Honestly, I have zero expectations for this movie. I don't think it's gonna be any good. The only DCEU movie I liked out of the four from this year, three we've had so far. This is the fourth of those, and the end of the DCU. Warner Bros. Is releasing four DCEU movies this year. So far, we had Shazam: Fury of the Gods in March, the Flash in June, Blue Beetle in August, and this is coming December 20th, the day after my birthday. But I'm not seeing this for my birthday because I do not want to support Amber Turd. I'm not supporting Amber Turd for my 18th birthday. So I'm waiting until this movie goes to Max. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this movie is why is it happening? Like, here's the thing. The past three DCU movies from this year, well Black Adam as well, all of them flopped. Well, Black Adam made that $400 million, but it had a... But Black Adam made almost $400 million, but it had a bigger budget, and because it had a bigger budget, the movie didn't do very well and was considered a bomb. Shazam: Fury of the Gods only went like $10 million past its budget. The Flash only went like $40-60 million past its budget. Blue Beetle, I can't remember how much it's made so far, but I think Blue Beetle is near the end of its theatrical run. Yeah. Now, the reason why these movies have flopped is because DC, you see, this is the last movie of the DC Extended Universe. That's because there's going to be a replacement DC Universe that's just called DC Universe without Extended in the name. It starts in 2024 with the Creature Commando series, and the first movie will be Aquaman, what was it? Superman Legacy in July of 2025. But here's the thing. The reason why the reason why I'm bringing up the Aquaman trailer here is because why is this movie happening with four DCU movies back to back bombed? Why is this movie happening? If I'm being honest, The Flash should have been the last DCU movie, and then they should have they should Blue Beetle should have released before, The Flash should have been the final DCU movie, and then they should have just canceled Blue Beetle. They should have moved Blue Beetle to the DCU, and they should have just canceled this movie entirely. Why is this movie happening? This movie should have been canceled after 4 DCU bombs. If this movie bombs, which it will, it will severely hurt Warner Bros. Financially. Warner Bros. Will be digging a financial hole that they've digged for the past year now, for almost a year. So yeah, why is this movie happening? They should have moved Blue Beetle to the DCU and cancel this movie. And so the day of my birthday, and I am not seeing it for my birthday because I'm not supporting Amber Turd, so I will not be seeing this movie in theaters. I'm waiting until it goes to Max. However, I did see Shazam and Black Adam in theaters. Black Adam was decent. Shazam: Fury of the Gods was pretty bad, but I also can't remember anything. It's so forgettable. I also saw Blue Beetle in theaters, and it was pretty good. Blue Beetle, I thought it was gonna suck low-key, but then I heard good things, so I saw it in theaters. It's actually really good. And I watched The Flash on Max, and it was horrible. It is. The Flash is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, and heck, I would well, you'll hear my thoughts on why I despise it in my least favorite movies of all time video. But anyway, that is all I wanted to talk about in this stream. I was going to talk about Barbenheimer and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 and how it helped, and how Barbenheimer held back the performance, but I don't think we'll have time, so I guess I gotta end the stream here. Oh, wait, where did the stream go? Actually, you know what? Never mind. We can talk about Barbenheimer quickly. Then somehow, McGoover messed with rival emulation. Ba, ba, da, ba. They are making good reference to that rival emulation. They are. Hello, Dan Dot. Okay, we got someone agent. Let me do something. Okay, guys. You know, before we go off the stream, actually, I'm going to talk about one more thing, and that is going to go to my slides so I can talk. And that is, so yeah. Let's talk about. Whoops. Let's talk about this summer in box office. So yeah, this summer, this past summer had a lot of movies. Some were successes, some were not. So yeah, the first movie this summer was Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which was amazing and it made a lot of money. Then there was Transformers: Rise of the Beast, which I heard it was okay, and it Transformers: Rise of the Beast, I think it underperformed, I believe. Then there was The Flash, and well, The Flash is terrible and it bombed. We just talked about it. Then there was Asteroid City. Now, Asteroid City. Well, Wes Anderson movies usually have a small budget. But the movie was a moderate success. But Asteroid City, I watched it the other day. It's pretty good. Alright, then there was Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, which I heard was pretty terrible. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it was pretty terrible. And it bombed. Then there was this indie film called Sound of Freedom. I heard people liked it, and it was a sleeper hit success. Sound of Freedom. It's an indie film. And then there was what was supposed to be the biggest hit of the summer, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. I thought the movie was a masterpiece and amazing. I liked Fallout slightly more, but I still thought Dead Reckoning Part 1 was fantastic. However, the movie only made about $550 million on a $291 million budget, and it lost Paramount about $40 million. I mean, it wasn't like a flop, but the movie underperformed, and that was because Barbenheimer happened. Now, I saw the Barbie movie opening night, and I wore a pink shirt. It was a pretty great movie. It was a fun, satirical adventure, and it was really funny. I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet, but I heard it's amazing, and it's now the second highest-grossing R-rated movie ever made. Oppenheimer is. Oppenheimer made a lot of money. It's now the second highest-grossing R-rated movie ever made. And then after that was Haunted Mansion, which I heard was not that great, and it also flopped. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it's amazing. I'm gonna watch it when it goes to Paramount Plus. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Elemental came out in the middle of June. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it was good. I'll watch it sometime soon. It just went to Disney Plus. And then end of the summer there was Blue Beetle in the middle of August, which was we already talked about Blue Beetle. We already talked about it. But I wanted to focus on talking about Mission Impossible because the movie underperformed because of Barbenheimer. The movie released 9 days before Barbenheimer happened, and because of that, you see, Christopher Nolan is a very advanced director. He wants all eyes for his movies on IMAX, and all his movies, he wants all eyes on them, especially in 70mm IMAX. So because of that, Dead Reckoning Part 1 only got a week of IMAX. So it had a successful opening weekend, but then it fell off right after. The movie got amazing reviews, and I thought it was really great. But the reviews, I mean, not reviews, the commercial performance held it back because of Barbenheimer. If I'm being honest, one reason why I was talking about why Aquaman 2 should be canceled is because Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, if I'm being honest, Paramount should have realized that Barbenheimer was happening. In fact, Tom Cruise even went to the premiere. He went to the premiere of both Barbie and Oppenheimer. So if I'm being honest, Warner Bros. Should have canceled Aquaman The Lost Kingdom, and Paramount should have delayed Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 to December 15th of 2023. If that happened, I would have seen it for my 19th... Not 19th. I would have seen it for my 18th birthday. So yeah, it's held back because of Barbenheimer. But anyway, that is it for this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I will see you guys later. HNS out. So first, I'm going to check the chat first before I close out. Final chat check of the day. I remember when Tenet was going to make people return to theaters. Oh, yeah. I do remember that, yeah. Yeah, Christopher Nolan decides to release Tenet during a pandemic. And the reason why Oppenheimer was made by Universal instead of Paramount... I mean, not Paramount. Warner Bros. Like most of Nolan... Well, all Nolan's movies from Zombie to Tenet were made by Warner Bros. Well, Interstellar, for Interstellar, Warner only distributed it outside North America. North America, it was released by Paramount. And then The Prestige was released by Disney domestically and Warner Bros. Internationally. But for some reason, Christopher Nolan thought Max, which was HBO Max at the time, he thought it was the worst streaming service and didn't want to release it on HBO Max. So he forced it to release in theaters, and it bombed. Tenet bombed. Oh, yeah. But thankfully, Oppenheimer has been a huge success. It's became, I think, its highest. Well, it's almost it's its highest grossing non-Batman movie, and and Oppenheimer is the second highest grossing R-rated movie ever, behind Joker. But in this video, I've been streaming now for an hour and a half. See you guys next time. HNS out.